And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. The city of Denver is in full motion tonight as we get set to bring you the action from the Pepsi Center. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Chris. Hey, Dave.
Nuggets coach Mike Malone is the...
That's some pretty sound advice. Thanks, D.A. Now the starting group for the visitors. Shorty out there, B-Train. Then it's Big Smooth. Then it's D. And for Denver, at the forward slots, it's Barton and Millsap. Monte Morris is out there with Gary Harris. And it's Plumlee in at the 5 down low. Hey, Chris, what do you think is the best way for a coach who has lost a locker room to get it back?
You just got to be honest and open, Kevin. You know, everyone's adults, and if you can't handle the information, then the onus is on that player. But just look at what happened in Minnesota last year. You know, just terrible in the locker room. It's not good for the fans, especially the hometown fans that believe in this young team. And so a lot of times it just comes down to clear, open communication.
Barton finds Millsap. Buries it from three-point range.
And really, over the last few years, Millsap has really improved that outside shot. Now capable of stretching the defense.
Here's Shorty. Oh! And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. You take a look at the Pistons. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
When you look at this visiting team, they're just so locked in right now. It doesn't matter who they're playing. I know it's still early in the season, but they may turn out to be the team to beat.
Barton the bounce pass. And there's Millsap. That's good on the assist by Barton. Millsap's got 5 now.
Pick worked well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Now here's Barton. He's coming off a 10-point game against Philadelphia. Shot clock at 6. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Passes it to D. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Boom, he jams it straight down.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Here's Morris, coming off a solid outing against Philadelphia. Pass to Millsap. Harris looking it over. Barton wide open. He fires. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Yeah, it's all about establishing a rhythm. I mean, you start to see it fall, you begin to believe.
They get it again. And it's sent back by Millsap.
And Millsap with great hands and the anticipation there to block the shot.
Another 3 for Denver.
That's what I'm talking about. That's a perfect 4-for-4 start for them. Now they're just getting all the shots they want.
And how about the transition from Paul Millsap, going away from that star role to being more of a role player here in his later years? No longer needed to carry the torch, if you will, in terms of scoring and rebounding, but he can still give you just a bit of everything else at this stage.
Now here's Barton. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Shot clock at 5. And he uses the glass on the layup. Barton's got 5. And with Millsap, you can just see him contribute in so many ways.
I mean, a great passer for his position and also very unselfish with his offense. Still a plus defender with how often he is giving up size on the inside.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
And a lot of it is moving without the ball. When you do that, things tend to open up.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Now, here's Bull. On the pass to Hernan Gomez. Here's Baller. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Here's Craig. Here's Bull. Over Slaughter. Bull, that's good.
And that time the defender all up in his jersey, but Bull with great concentration.
Here's Thompson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And he makes both free throws.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
Beasley outside. Pass to Grant. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Here's Hernan Gomez, and there's another one for the Nuggets.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Yeah, so far, both teams have been outstanding at the offensive end, but we got a lot of game left to play.
Here's Baller. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Baller's got 5.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
26 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Craig. 9-point game, his last outing. Lets it fly. Misses off the left iron.
They know they can't give him that shot. The D's all over it, not even giving him an inch of space.
Off on the layup.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything it can.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. The away team up by 4. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
Credit to coaching, G. I mean, some guys wouldn't have made those substitutions in the first quarter. Now it's paying off.
They've got ballers. Slim is out there with Big Daddy. Then it's Thompson, and it's Chan in at the 2. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. D, he's checked in for Ball. Here's Craig. No points in the game yet for him. Stolen by Thompson. And Thompson slams it home.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Craig passes to Bull. Down low. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play. Fans, broadcasters love to see teams get out and attack in transition. Would you like to see the league crack down on intentional fouls that will halt that break, slow down that break, stifle that break?
No, because the home fans or the fans of the team that's fouling doesn't want that team to get out and get an easy 2 points. I mean, we still have to have defense in the game. So anything that takes away from teams scoring, you just can't say, well, we want to watch them score. Don't do it. No. And very honestly, if you're an unselfish team, usually on those breaks, it's usually because a player holds the ball too right. Usually they have another open player in front of them that they can pass it up to. And if you're an unselfish team, usually you'll still give the fans what they want. And that's a crazy highlight on the break.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Bull. Millsap comes in for Hernan Gomez. And Monte Morris subbed in for Torrey Craig. Here's Big Daddy. Oh, wow!
Nice.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrapper.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Denver. Trailing by 5. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Picked away. Here's the break. Here's Aguilar. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Oh, no hesitation to get it to the rim. He uses his height advantage to convert the easy.
Now, here is Morris. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on B. That is his first foul of the game for the Nuggets. Martin's checked in for Jeremy Grant, and it's Gary Harris in for Beasley. Now, here is Morris. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game, 4 on the shot clock. Outside for Millsap. From outside, and a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
It's his first trip to the line.
And he's at nearly 90% from the free throw line this season, so having a terrific year.
That free throw good from Barton. And he's good on the second. And he makes all 3.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Here's B-Train. He had 10 points in the win against New York. It's rebounded by Paul Millsap.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here is Harris. He definitely had a good game in their win against the 76ers. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. But taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. B-Train, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Gary Harris.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
First one falls for him. And so he makes both from the line. And there's a minute 45 left in the first half of basketball. Denver shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And that one misses. Shorty, he's checked in for B-Train. He hits the second from the line. Gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Here's Baller, and that's a foul called on Baller. That's foul number 2 for him.
Turnovers haven't been a problem for them so far, but they didn't do a very good job taking care of the ball right there.
Juan Hernan Gomez, he's checked in for Monte Morris. Barton finds Millsap. Harris with it. Passes to Plumlee. Back to Harris. Now Millsap from deep. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. And it's 8 points for Paul Millsap.
Well, that's almost a sure thing when you leave him that wide open on the perimeter. I mean, that's his sweet spot.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Talk about the great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
And that one drops.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
For the Nuggets, Bol comes in for Mason Plumlee. And it's Torrey Craig in for Gary Harris. The Nuggets have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
And it's fair to say that Millsap has been very underrated throughout his career. A versatile, tenacious forward who quietly destroys whoever he plays.
Pulls it up. That one, no good. And Denver the other way now.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
There's 21 seconds left in the second quarter. Just 5 on the clock. Stolen away all by himself. Finishes the break with a slam.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Oh, you're right, and I love the opportunistic approach. These kinds of hustle plays can be game changers.
Here's Grant. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome back from the first. Checking out the visiting team. Kenny, what's your take?
Well, first and foremost, you got to take care of the basketball, and that means playing with poise, making good decisions, and not giving away any possessions. They did a great job of that in the first half.
And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Gotta like what Will Barton has done in this game.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow them down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Millsap and Plumlee are playing up front. Filling out the wings, Harris and Barton. And it's Morris in at the guard position. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Here's B-Train. The shot, no good. Plumlee with some nice D. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Nuggets. It's a one-point game. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. That'll be the second of 5 straight played at home. He feeds it to Plumlee. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got his 3rd assist on the night. And one thing you have to love about Gary Harris, the way he can explode to the rim.
And Harris is a natural scorer from all parts of the floor, but he can just rocket himself for dunks you aren't used to seeing from players of his size and stature.
They needed that. I mean, they were getting a little tense after starting the half 0 for 3.
Out to the wing. Here's Millsap. And there's another one for the Nuggets.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, Greg, it's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
For Denver, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Morris looking over the floor. Six to shoot. Goes up on the high post, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Here's Shorty, covered by Morris. That one drops for him. Shorty's got 10 points in the game.
They have ridden him today, and it has paid off in a big way.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. There's always at least one joker on every roster. Who was the funniest guy, Chris, you ever played alongside?
Oh, man. by far is Jay Will. Jay Will,
Was he?
White Chocolate. He was the funniest before the game, after the game, during the game. He would, you know, it'd be a bad call by a ref or something. He'd say something to the ref would laugh and pat him on the butt. I mean, he was, he's a funny guy. He's somewhere right now telling jokes, having somebody laugh and fall out on the floor. It was just his personality. A hard worker, but he definitely was the joker on the court.
Hernan Gomez, that's a two-pointer, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
Greg, this game has come to life. They're out there battling now. We see this in the first half.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Easily outside. Morris outside. That's tipped. And here they come. Here's Aguilar, the big dunk at the end of the break.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
There's 1:38 left in the third quarter of the game. Morris passes to Millsap. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
And sometimes it just seems like Millsap can't miss. The size, the mobility, the quick thinking, this is how he can take over games.
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And as we check out this year's contenders for the dunk contest, we get a look at some of the showmen, the best showmen in the NBA.
And with the names on that list, you know we're going to have a crazy competition this year.
Well, you look at B-Train. His athleticism is off the charts, and it doesn't go unnoticed, as you can see by how high he is in the dunk contest voting.
Yeah, and the fans want him. I think the media wants him. Heck, he wants to be in, so I'm glad that he's in a position to take part.
And as always, we'll keep the updates coming in as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. One thing we already know, there are some great players pulling in votes so far.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that this is going to be one of those dunk contests that everybody's going to be tuning into.
And they're pushing it up. Here's Aguilar, and he bangs it home with one hand.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Here's Millsap. He just cannot miss. 8 up, 8 in. Flawless.
And he's the main reason they have the lead right now. He's been perfect from the field, literally.
The pass to B. And there's a whistle. That goes on Hernan Gomez. That's his first foul. From deep. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the third. Knocks it loose. Bol kicks to Beasley. And Denver again with the bucket.
And at 7-2, Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Paul Millsap has been leading the charge for Denver. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Mike Malone moments ago with some word.
Raising a shot. No hesitation. We're back.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. We've got Money. He's out there with Slim. Baller is out there with D. And it's Chan in at the 2 spot. And here's Harris from the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Harris has got the lead up to 3 now for the Nuggets.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you just want to keep fighting. You do your best, and you live with the results.
Pass to Chan. Here's Money. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. On Monday, They continue the road trip, heading out to Phoenix to take on the Suns. Then on Wednesday, they'll take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors.
And for their matchup with the Magic, it's always interesting for top teams to see how they compare to the best in the East. This will be a chance to see just what this group is made of.
Will Barton, he's checked in for Beasley. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Shot from free throw range. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. 8 points for Gary Harris.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back with a bucket of its own.
Here's Bowen, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Harris, bounce pass. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. And that one's good. Barton.
Well, he's not focused on the D on most possessions, but you can forget about him altogether.
Baller defending.
Yeah, that's careless defense, though. I mean, he's one player you can ill afford to let run free. He just loves to be a money player in the fourth quarter.
Denver calls timeout.
And Kevin, they've been committing a lot of turnovers here. Taking care of the basketball is the #1 priority right now in that huddle. They've got to tighten it up.
Plumlee, he's checked in for Denver. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mike Malone had some words for his team during the break. This game is close, and he told his players, hey, guys, this is when it's fun, right? This is a close game, and this is when you get to show what you're made of. Right here, right now. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
Denver making a switch here. Morris is checked in. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Oh, exactly right. Momentum shifting plays like that can change the tone of a game.
Pass to Barton. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
What a shot over the bigger defender. That could prove to be a massive bucket.
Any closer to the hoop, and that shot probably gets blocked.
Passes it to B-Train. And the foul on Big Smooth. That is his first foul of the game. Denver making a switch here. Millsap's checked in. Denver's gotten all but one of their 3-pointers to go down in this game. They've gone 7 of 8 so far. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Barton from outside, and again Denver with the triple.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
Well, as long as they're hitting like this, how can you blame them? They're on a tear.
And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut back down to 2 at those points from D.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Morris outside. Back to Millsap. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Count that bucket.
And they count on Millsap to deliver in these big moments. And there he does.
D passes to Beatrice. Baseline try, and he gets the jumper to drop.
Whoa, he really got his defender on his heels on that one. What a fantastic play, guys.
1:16 left here in the fourth quarter. Bounce pass from Morris. Plumlee trying to break loose. Good. He's now got 10 of 10 from the field.
Millsap going for the W. He's looking focused.
Here's D. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look.
And that one's good. Barton.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
To him, Greg, the basket looks as big as the ocean right now. I mean, that's how easy he's making it look.
Here's B-Train. It drops. And now they trail by just 4.
Oh, you got to love the back and forth action we're witnessing here right now. I mean, the crowd's going crazy. One moment for one three-pointer, then they come right back and boom, another. Boy, this is starting to get real. Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
But, GA, this is no let-up. And, you know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Let's talk about it. The great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And he just garnered a little bit more insurance there. Very confident as he's able to go up and knock those down.
Offensive rebound. The pass to D. Yes! And now they trail by just 4.
Way to work the inside-out game. Draws the defense in and kicks it out for the open shot.
And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game. From deep three-point range, kept alive. Out to the right wing. Got it!
Oh, that's just a terrific night for him from the floor, making almost everything he looks at.
They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul. Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Oh, you got to just have a sense of calm at the line. He has it here, and he just put the game to bed.
Gets the 3 to fall. Denver calls timeout. They're up by 3. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Paul Millsap.
And, guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let-up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game. Here's Shorty. Trifecta.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's going to happen. How is this thing going to play out?
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.